Hey guys, my name is John Davies and welcome to this lesson on applying the triple paradiddle to the drum kit. So if you're unfamiliar with the triple paradiddle, then please check out my lesson link in the description below. Okay, so exercise number 1, we're just going to split the hands. We're going to put our right hand on the floor tom and our left hand on the snare drum. And the idea of this is just to hear the rhythmic melody of the triple paradiddle. Okay, so exercise number 2, we're going to apply accent on toms, accents on cymbals. We're going to have 3 accents. This is what it's going to look like. Para, 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 diddle, para, 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 diddle. Okay, so now we're going to apply the same accents to cymbals. So guys, I really hope you're enjoying the lesson so far. If you want to see more of these, I am releasing them once a week. So please don't forget to press the like, the subscribe, and also the little notification bell. On to the next exercise. Okay, so exercise number 3, we're going to take the right hand and we're going to move it around the toms to create a right-handed melody. This is what it's going to sound like, really slow. Okay, so exercise number 4, we're taking our triple paradiddle and we're going to create a groove. We're using our hi-hat and our snare drum, And just the hands on their own are going to sound like this. Okay, so if we are in 16th notes, what we're going to do now is we're going to play exactly the same thing, but we're going to play all the notes really, really low, except for beats 1 and beats 3, which we're going to accent. So that first note is going to be on the hi-hat, which is going to be accented, and the third beat is going to be on the snare drum, which is the other accent. That's going to sound like this. So now let's add a bass drum on beat 1. Okay, so exercise 5, we're going to play exactly the same beat, except we're just going to change voices. So the left hand is going to go on the hi-hat, and for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to put my right hand on the rim of the middle tom. We can obviously use the ride cymbal as well. Remember that the left hand is going to come down on beat 3 on the snare drum to create the back beat. This is what this is going to sound like, nice and slow. So the next example is a right hand lead concept. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my right hand here on the rim of the middle tom. Feel free to take it up to the bell of the ride if you want to, but just for the purposes of the demonstration, I'm going to keep it here. The left hand is going to, all of the left hand notes are going to be played on the snare drum. Don't forget you've got your back beat on beat 3. Now the principle here, the concept is that all of the bass drum notes are going to be played with the right hand. Let's take a listen to that nice and slow. So guys, if you've watched any of my previous videos on applying or expanding the rudiments on the drum kit, you notice a lot of the similar concepts coming up. You know, accenting on toms, accenting on cymbals, you know, might be playing around the kit, or we might be using right hand melody, creating grooves, etc. So these are all very, very familiar go-to concepts. So they're the standard kind of concepts that we use to expand vocabulary. That being said, we can be really, really creative and go to town and come up with loads of different ideas by ourselves. So what we're going to do now for the next example is I'm going to show you how to play the example that I demonstrated in the demo at the beginning of the lesson. Okay, so first thing is we're in 16th notes. We're going to divide our hands between the rim of the middle tom and the hi-hat. Again, if you want to, feel free to use the bell of the ride. So step one, let's just take a look at the hand pattern. So as we know, we're dividing the two hands between these two voices, but note that the left hand, the snare drum, is going to be played on the ah count of 1 and also beat 4. So I'm just going to demonstrate that really slowly. It's going to look like this. 1 E and ah, 2 E and ah, 3 E and ah, 4 E and ah. It's going to sound like this with a bass drum on the first beat. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add a bass drum on the and count of 2. And then lastly, we're going to bring our right hand down to the floor tom on the ah count of 3, the note just before beat 4 on the snare drum, the back beat. So that is going to sound like this. Great, and that's it guys. There's just a few simple ideas on how we can expand the triple paradiddle around the drum kit. I really hope you've enjoyed the lesson. If you have any comments, feel free to just chuck them in the comments section below, and happy to have a conversation about it. With that, that's me. I will see you in the next one. Enjoy, have loads of fun, and take care. Cheers.